Michelob Ultra. It's now or never for the Celtics. The Heat go for the knockout blow at home and another finals appearance.
A shot from Smart from 10 feet is off the mark. Rebound, Vincent pulls up for three in transition. It's good! And the lead is up to 23. And the Celtics in big trouble.
It's Game 4 in Miami of the Eastern Conference Finals. Our coverage starts tonight at 7, right here on 94.5 ESPN. The NBA on ESPN Milwaukee is sponsored by Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all. This is Homer and Tony.
Oh, baby. The degree to which people really liked him after his junior year in college and how well he played.
You are telling me that based on what he did as a redshirt sophomore in 2018 at Utah State, you think he could be a good starter in the NFL in 2023?
Yes.
That's the argument you're trying to make.
Well,
you don't have a damn bit of evidence to back it up. He's got to go out and do it.
Yeah,
admit it.
Go, no, I have
admit it right now.
As the great Najee Davenport said when he was accused of pooping in a co-ed laundry basket in her closet. Where's the poop? Where's the evidence?
Said Sam Cassell. You said Nick Nurse. How many people are you going to say?
Well, no, this is who I think.
You can't have unlimited choices.
I know. Yeah, I can.
Pick a couple guys and stick on them. I mean, come on.
No, I'm not.
You're all over the board.
Yes, I'm all over the board. I want
how
Nick
can
Nurse.
how can we even respect whatever you're saying?
No one can
You're all over the board.
Ever. All right, so who I think.
I mean, if you're consistent with a couple of guys, then you're trying to pick everybody.
No, who I think. No,
you're trying to pick everybody because you want to be right. I know how you are.
Who I think.
You just want to be right.
Correct.
You want to say, I had him. So you just pick the field. You can't do that.
Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Offices One Call That's All studios at the Avenue. This is Homer and Tony.
In perfect harmony, because we all agree that Pebble had one of the great predictions in our One Call That's All Gruber Law Office's Friday selection.
He did? What did he say?
Tell him.
I said that the Lakers would lose Game 3 on Saturday, and then they would lose Game 4 last night, and then get swept.
That's impressive.
Oh, nice. What do you mean? I won $20 off of you with the Lakers.
Yeah, but you didn't think that you didn't pick that as your one call. That's all. Picking them to win.
I picked them to bet. I bet them to win.
That is accurate.
That's better than one call. One call, ain't no money on the line. Put some money on the line.
He doesn't bet, so he can't put money on the line.
That's his problem.
Still impressive.
He just don't. He doesn't feel.
What were the other? I was wrong because I said
I was way off.
You said that the Lakers were going to win both games and be tied 2-2. Right. And Tony had the Celtics up 2-1 after Game 3.
And the Celtics, I thought they were going to actually show up.
So we were both flying high. We're both wrong twice.
Oh yeah, bad.
But doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
What do you mean it doesn't matter?
Because everybody in the state should be happy.
About?
The NFL draft is going to be in Green Bay. Unless they follow me on Twitter, because I said how many months ago it's going to come to Green Bay. Everybody said it was crazy. Someone has to look that up on Twitter. And as far as my first date.
Who's happy that the state is going to be flooded?
What do you mean? Mark Murphy gets an A+. People should start sending thank you. Feel free to call in 1-800-990-3776 and credit Mark Murphy for an amazing performance. Whoever thought the draft would be in Green Bay? Nobody. Until he took an interest. Next thing you know, the draft in Green Bay.
I guess you're going to get a nice economic influx of cash.
Fine.
Business.
Who can it be? How can anybody think it's a great event? No one ever thought that the NFL draft was going to be in Green Bay. And it is.
I personally, without any stake economically, I don't like my city being overrun with people.
Man.
I don't. You can't go anywhere. Restaurants are packed. Everything's packed. I rarely go anywhere anyway, and if I do decide to go out now, I got to deal with this.
But they're not going to be crowds here.
I don't like crowds.
You're not in Green Bay.
You don't think they're going to be down here?
No.
Ain't nothing to do in Green Bay.
No.
They're nothing.
They're
to do
not
in
driving
Green Bay.
2 hours. They'll have a ton of stuff
please.
going
Does
on.
the infrastructure allow people?
Yes,
to
they'll
the
figure it
people in
out.
Green Bay?
Yes.
No.
Oh,
They're gonna be down here.
it's 2 hours.
Guaranteed. So
Not many.
2 hours. People from here go to the games. What are you talking about?
Yeah, 40,000
So
people.
people out of town aren't going to be happy in Green Bay. They're going to be like, we're going down to Milwaukee. It's only a couple hours. Let's go.
All right. How many?
Too many.
Even then, this is one of the guys. The NFL draft is in Green Bay. That's amazing. I thought that was about as likely as changing the capital of our country from Washington, D.C. to Green Bay, or making it the state capital. Get rid of Madison. Green Bay's the state capital. 1-800-990-3776. Feel free to call in and how excited you are, how amazed you are, and how much credit Mark Murphy gets for getting the NFL draft in Green Bay. Unbelievable. There's nothing
why is he getting
that's
credit?
more amazing. He's the president of the Packers. He pulled it off. Would it be
He didn't
with
do
the
it. The NFL
No,
did
of
it.
course he did. He's
NFL
chumps.
did it.
Yeah, only because of his direction.
No.
Yes.
No.
Who are you going to give credit? President of the Packers gets no credit for the draft coming to Green Bay?
No, he doesn't.
Never
the NFL
mind.
does.
They couldn't have picked. How many people think Green Bay's a mistake?
Who? Who does?
You just said you did, and Pebble doesn't like it.
No, I'm just saying I don't care that it's here because I don't like the crowds. I don't think it's a mistake.
I mean, the person who sells the NFL on Green Bay getting the draft is Mark Murphy. That's what he does. That's his job. He's president. It's like Murphy doesn't want it, but we're going there anyway.
Is this like the Olympics where cities bid for it?
What?
I said, is this like the Olympics where cities bid for it?
No, they don't
Oh.
bid for it. They mention whether they're interested in doing on it. There's no bidding. It's just
Why wouldn't they be interested? Every place should.
Well,
do
no,
it. They
people-
should have it at every city.
no. There's no
They should just rotate
city
it.
as small like Green Bay. That's the whole point. Green Bay's unlike
know that.
any other
What about-
city,
what
and
about
so you just
Jacksonville?
assume
Jacksonville's pretty
what 10 times the size of Green Bay, 15 times. How big
Probably.
is Jacksonville? Over 1 million?
Well, it's bigger than Green Bay, but it's still small.
10 times the Green Bay size? No one ever thought Green Bay is too small to have the draft.
Still
Mark
ain't giving
Murphy,
Murphy credit.
he gets all the credit.
Not for me, doesn't.
I know. Well, I don't know
He
what
can
he
have-
would.
he
I
can
don't
have
know.
your credit.
I don't know what he would have to do to get your credit. He's the president of
You'd
the
have to
team.
do something.
He did it. He convinced the NFL to come to Green Bay. Who are they going to ask? You know, we're thinking about Green Bay. Let's ask Murphy, find out how we deal with all this kind of stuff, what they're going to do, what the town's going to do. And he clearly gave them good enough stuff, and they said, yeah.
Mark Murphy's legacy will go down as Titletown and getting the NFL draft to Green Bay, along with screwing up the departure of 2 Hall of Fame quarterbacks.
Well, of 2 Hall of Fame quarterbacks?
Oh, yeah, Favre and Rodgers.
Does he get blamed for that? He was not in charge of everything then. He is now. Now you can blame him for Rodgers because he took over authority of everything. Now he's going to be remembered for one thing. He got the NFL draft in Green Bay. How could you do that? It's not possible.
Man, you're
He
giving,
did
you're
it.
giving a lot of credit, but
All the credit.
I'm giving none. So.
I know. I don't know what he would have to do.
Good for Green Bay.
What would you have to do? What would have to happen
the
for you to give
restaurants.
credit for? What do you have to know that would change your opinion on Murphy
I'd have to
getting
know
credit?
that the NFL did not want to come here, and he convinced them to come here.
Okay.
Then he'd get credit. Otherwise,
right.
he gets no credit.
Okay. If he can't fulfill what they need, then they're not coming, even if they want to come. And he clearly
doesn't
did.
own the city.
No, he
runs the
determines.
team.
Yes, does all the things. What's the team going to do? How are they going to do with this people? How are they going to do with this? Who does NFL talk to see about coming to Green Bay? Who's the one person they talk to?
What is it you think the factors are in the NFL deciding on where to hold the draft?
Murphy convinced them that they can take
that's
care
not
of
what
all.
I asked you.
What?
I asked you, what do you think they are the deciding factors from the
For
host?
Green Bay?
No, for any city. What is the NFL looking for when they say we want to host in
A
this
team
city?
that has
Let's see what they have.
Team that has a franchise.
Everybody has a franchise.
I know they're considering every team except Green Bay because it's too small
come
and
on.
doesn't
You
have
said they're
enough
considering
people.
every team.
Of course they are.
You're still not
Yes.
telling me what I wanted to hear.
What do you want to hear? I don't know
I
what
just
you
told you. What's the criteria?
I
that they
told you
decide?
what it is.
Just to have a team. That's it.
Yes, they've moved it. They didn't move it. They didn't used to have it move it. Now they're moving it, and that seems to be the standard. And
So okay,
and you have to have
hold on.
you have to have the facilities and the
Well,
stuff.
now that's what I'm asking you.
Well, but everybody does. There's
I
only
get
a
it.
problem with one city that doesn't.
Well, who doesn't?
Green Bay. It's too small. That's what they thought until Murphy got involved.
That's what they're convincing was done.
Yes.
Murphy said, "Oh, we do. We have hotels.
We can do all these things. We'll do this and this and this and this and this and this and this." And Green Bay said, "Fine."
You think that's what he had to convince them of that?
Yes.
Or they couldn't do their own research?
Well, no, they're going to find him. He knows Green Bay better than they do. They're going to have some of their own people, but it also speaks to the respect they have for Murphy.
I'm confused by your methodology. Pebble, can I ask you a question?
What's that?
Do you think the NFL calls the person who probably wants it hosted in their city and ask them, can he do it, or does he have the requisite facilities, or do you think the NFL sends their people out to the city to scout and see if they can handle it? Which method do you think the NFL would use?
I think they probably use a little bit of both.
A little bit of both.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
I think they would scout. I wouldn't ask somebody who
Jacksonville is 10 times as large.
10 times as large. Yeah. Yeah. Listen, I know Green Bay is small. I just don't think the NFL is going to say, "Hey, can you handle this?" Of course, he's going to say they can because he wants it there. Now, they're going to send their people out and see what you got. Do we have enough hotels? Do we have enough this or that? Clearly, they saw that they did. That's why I don't think he had to do much convincing.
Sugar Free, you're on 94.5 ESPN.
Hey, that bozo, that Mad Magazine guy, just look at Mad Magazine. That's what Murphy is. Anyway, he was in charge of the Favre debacle.
This isn't about all of that. This is about the draft. This is about who gets credit.
Oh, yeah, you cut off Larson.
Hey, hold on, we'll get to that. Hold on.
He's a caller. He can call about
Sugar Free, we will get to that. Enough for you. Does Mark Murphy deserve credit? All the credit.
No.
Who deserves the credit?
Whatever. It's just like giving
whatever. Who deserves the credit? Who deserves the credit?
Tony is correct.
No,
Larson is correct.
Who deserves the credit for the NFL draft coming to Green Bay?
Who deserves the credit?
Yes,
Green Bay.
Hey, your whole life, Sugar Free. Your whole life, you never thought the draft would come to Green Bay, right?
I'll tell you who deserves it.
Yes,
you know what? Who deserves?
Yes.
You know who deserves it?
Yeah.
The '60s Packers. That's what made Green Bay. The '60s Packers.
Yes. All right, okay.
No one.
All right, now back to Brett
100%.
Favre. All right, fine. Well, now back to Brett Favre. What is it that you want to mention?
I told Larson mentioned it, and you cut him off, and you said he wasn't responsible for Favre. He sure was. 100% responsible. Just like the other two bozos.
How was he responsible?
He was the leader. He was the president. Just like now, you're giving him all credit for this.
I believe at that time, yes, he was president. At the time that he was president, the general manager had total control over all aspects of football on the field, correct?
Yeah.
All right, fine. Yeah.
He's still the president.
It's correct.
And there was a debacle. The debacle of Favre's departure. It was a debacle. Everybody remembers it. I mean, so when you cut Larson off, oh my. Yeah, that fired me up.
The president did not have the same responsibility as the president does now, given what Murphy decided.
Yeah, well, you're giving him credit for this draft.
Yes. Yes. Okay. If they win would they win a Super Bowl? Will he get any credit for that? Yes or no?
No.
Bye, Sugar Free. Yeah, he gets no credit for anything. How does he get credit for anything? How does Mark Murphy get credit for anything?
He might get credit for something, but he ain't getting credit for this.
If they win a Super Bowl, does he get credit for that?
I'm not saying that. I'm saying this bringing the draft thing. He doesn't get credit for that.
Okay.
You can give him credit for other stuff, not this.
I don't know. Like what? He doesn't. What?
Credit for bringing in a few good people. LaFleur seems to be good, but he's on the ropes right now.
Okay.
He's up for question. Didn't bring in Goodwin and Goody. He blew that one.
Okay, so right now he's got maybe LaFleur?
Maybe LaFleur under his belt.
Okay.
That's all I can think of.
All right. 1-800-990-3776. We don't have Jason next. Jason's at like 2:30.
2:30, yeah, because he's going to be at Packers practice till about 2:30.
And I guess we do have an update on Aaron Rodgers because Aaron Rodgers is important in that he plays 65% of the games and they lose as many as possible. The 65% is now an issue because he injured his calf. They're saying not serious at all. But I think our doctor of sports, the Hall of Famer Tony Smith, has told us calves are pain, right? They're
annoyingly annoying.
Annoyingly annoying. We'll get more from the doc next.
More Packers talk coming up on Homer and Tony on 94.5 ESPN. Even when you think you know what's going on, you can never be too sure.
I like my analogy. I thought it was wonderful.
It's so confusing.
Packers, nonsense, chaos.
He's saying that people don't dislike Giannis, they just don't understand Giannis. And it's like when you see somebody wearing a different outfit and your first instinct is to be like, what a weird outfit.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
I couldn't have said it that succinctly because I'm not real smart.
Morning 7 to 9 on 94.5 ESPN and available wherever you get your podcasts with Wisconsin On Demand.
Over the past year, we've been hard at work improving our sales processes, expanding and remodeling our facilities, investing in new technology, and continuing our commitment to serve our customers, employees, and community. That's why at Boucher, when our customers leave the dealership, we hope we've made a customer for life. Whether you're in need of a new vehicle, are stopping in for routine maintenance, or are in need of collision work, we will be here to help. With 20 locations throughout southeastern Wisconsin and 30 brands, we've got thousands of new and used vehicles for you to choose from. Our dedicated employees have been named a 2022 top workplace for the past 11 years, and we always have been and will continue to be family-owned and operated. Proud to be your Wisconsin family dealership group since 1977. Visit us today at Boucher.com.
Woo! I am thirsty today. Definitely gonna need a cold one. There's the one. Back again with my pal, Peter Gentry, the owner of One Barrel Brewing Company. They're one of my personal favorites and are located here in Wisconsin. Peter's going to give us all the secrets about what makes the Ninja Dust great for summer.
Ninja Dust is an elusive drink, just like the Ninja that you've seen in movies. You want to have that one probably when you're feeling a little more fun, ready to party, maybe ready to go out. What makes Ninja unique is it's really refreshing, kind of goes with all of our beers, crushable, easy to drink. It's got a little more kick to it, as most IPAs do, but you're not going to get that sort of really bitter Coast IPA on your tongue, so it's basically a good IPA for everybody to drink.
That's Peter from One Barrel Brewing Company. I'm excited to get my hands on some Ninja Dust this summer. And remember, folks, the fridge is always stocked.
Progressive protects more than just your home and car. You could save when you bundle your motorcycles, ATVs, boats, and RVs. Doesn't that sound good? Like the sound of your boat cruising along the Intercoastal. And there's the sound of the prop hitting a really big rock. And now the sound of waves, because the engine stopped. But you know what does sound good? You're covered with Progressive. So bundle all your vehicles and home in one place and save with the multi-policy discounts. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers.
The season for doing is here with summer savings at the Home Depot. Find everything to bring out the best of your home with all the colors of summer. Whether seeding your yard or planting a garden, the Home Depot's got what you need. Visit our garden center and shop special buys now, like the 1-quart Rio for water-efficient nonstop blooms that soak up the sun all season long, now just 2 for $10. Make your summer with savings from the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
Graduation season is just around the corner, and what better way to celebrate than with custom banners and yard signs from Fast Signs of Glendale. Their team of experts can create personalized banners and yard signs that will make your graduate feel extra special on their big day. With their exceptional service and attention to detail, you can trust that your order will be perfect every time. Let Fast Signs of Glendale help you make your graduate's day even more memorable with a custom banner or yard sign. Fast Signs of Glendale. Mention summer 2023 for special graduation pricing.
You're listening to Homer and Tony on 94.5 ESPN.
Well, from an economic standpoint, it's going to probably be around economic impact of $94 million. To put that in perspective, Larry, we know our games are huge for this community, and that's $15 million. So it's more than 6 times the impact of one of our single games. You're going to have people staying all over the state, all the way from Milwaukee up to Green Bay. The other thing, I think a total of about 54 million people will be watching the draft on TV and, seeing shots of Lambeau Field. And, the benefits of this will not only be immediate, but will be lasting as well.
There you have it. Discount Liquor Twitter poll question.
First off, Pebble, did he say people are going to be staying in Milwaukee?
Yep.
Yeah, there'll be some, not many. I didn't say none. No.
That's your guy you gave credit to. Now
Yeah,
you
I
don't
am.
believe it. Now you're not listening to what he says?
Well, no, there'll be some people, but not many.
No, just a couple.
Said they'd be all over the
There'll
state.
be 5 or 6 people. You're right.
Yeah, maybe 20. He mentioned Madison. Yeah, why didn't you bring up Madison? He mentioned Madison.
I don't live in Madison.
I know, but I'm talking about where the people are.
I was talking about the city I live in.
You think, will there be a significant change in?
Yes.
And I say
Milwaukee,
no.
yes.
No.
All right. You say
We'll
a lot
see.
of stuff.
I know. Well,
that's
we'll
wrong.
see. Well, there's some that's right too.
You ain't on Pebble's level of right.
Pebble's on a roll. 1-800-990-3776. Homer says Mark Murphy deserves all the credit for the NFL draft coming to Green Bay. Agree or disagree? Not some, all the credit. We'll see how. See what people think.
And Tony says, I guarantee people are rethinking that butt firing now that they see Miami kicking everybody's butt.
Okay.
Wasn't just the Bucks' butt they were kicking. They're kicking everybody's butt. They're about to sweep Boston.
Yes, that's true. If that's the standard.
Even if they don't win this next game, they're gonna do the gentleman's sweep.
Correct. Well, the series is over.
The series is over. It's a dominating win. Bud got fired over that crap because you thought less of Miami than they actually were.
Right, he embarrassed the team.
No,
that's what they did.
Clearly, losing to this Miami team is an embarrassment. They're
No.
good. They're really good.
Yeah, there's.
That's not an embarrassment then.
No, it isn't. That's
it's
correct.
a perceived embarrassment, and it was, and they were wrong on that, and they're wrong to fire.
So
Bud
they should
over that crap.
given the success of Miami, the Bucs should ask Bud if he wants to come back.
No, they shouldn't. They could. I would love to see him do it. And I'd love to see Bud give him the middle finger.
Really?
Yes.
I would come back.
No, you would.
Yes.
No, you wouldn't. After they fired you?
Yes, depending on what they do. Yes,
I want to do.
Why? Because it's based on. I want to work. Do I want to work with Giannis, or do I think I can win a title? If I think one of the other jobs is better, then I'm going to leave if I get it. But yeah, I would come back.
Pebble, would you come back if you were Bud?
No way. Somebody fires me.
Thank
they
you.
Come call.
What are you talking
I'm
about?
not going to go there.
You're not going back.
I don't. I get to coach Giannis.
No.
All right. Okay.
He was already coaching Giannis. They blew it. They fired him. I'm telling you right now.
If they fired him because they were embarrassed, then that was wrong. If they had other reasons, they might still be wrong. But
embarrassed? They fired him because they thought they should have beat Miami. Well, it doesn't look that way now.
But not only should have beaten them, they shouldn't have lost in 5 games and had him do what he did.
They think they shouldn't have.
If they had lost in 7,
because they didn't think Miami was as good as they are. That's why they fired Bud.
Okay.
They clearly thought Miami was not good. And so did the rest of us. I had them easily winning that series. I've been disrespecting Miami for a long time.
Are you now changing? Because you have a chance.
I don't have a choice.
Oh, yes, you do.
No, I don't.
Oh, you got a huge choice when they get in the NBA Finals against Denver.
I don't have
then
a
you
choice.
can
I'm gonna respect them.
Were you going to pick them? That would be respecting.
I'm going to respect them. No.
What does that mean?
Picking them, not respect them.
What does
if they
respect them?
When they see Denver in the finals? I'm going to say it's going to go minimum 6 games. They're not going to get swept. They're not going to get a gentleman's sweep.
All right.
They're going to win 2 games for sure. That's respect.
All right. But they're not going to win.
You
don't have enough respect.
I can't say that they're not going to win. No,
I'm saying they're not going to win, and I'll wager any amount of money you want.
What?
Jason.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because I'm that certain Denver's going to win. Jason Wilde. How much credit is he giving Mark Murphy? Next.
Stay tuned. Packers reporter Jason Wilde has the latest from Titletown coming up next on Homer and Tony here on 94.5 ESPN, the ESPN app, and Wisconsin On Demand.
What are you trying to do? I want to stand while I work. Standing desks are all the rage these days.
You know these new desks move up and down, right?
What? They do?
Yeah, they're not messing around here.
This is great. Now, only if I had a chair to swivel around in.
Do you not pay attention?
Well, no wonder I'm not getting much done these days.
Coakley Brothers and Brothers Interiors, the official moving and furniture provider of GKB Milwaukee.
Hi, this is John Neal, CPA and founder of the Neal Group, with over 40 years of experience saving businesses money. Another year has come and gone. How did yours go? Do you have more money in the bank than last January? Do you just have a job, or do you run a business? 85% of business owners just have a job. Our years of experience and proven strategies help you run your business profitably and get it ready to sell when you are ready. That's the end game, right? We help you look at the numbers and understand what they mean. Just ask Jason, Michelle, or Peter, who sold their businesses this year for a nice price. Do you want to get a decent salary, pay what you owe, and make a profit too? Let us help you improve your business so you can work less and make more. Sounds pretty good, right? To get started on the road to making more money and having less stress, book a call or meeting at nealgroup.net right now. That's NEAL group.net. The first meeting is free to see if we can help. Again, nealgroup.net.
Fisco is always there for your auto body care. When accidents happen, Fisco Auto Body on Forest Home in Franklin is there when you need them. Got a broken mirror? They'll take care of it. Dented bumper? Scratch paint? Fisco Auto Body will take care of it. If there's any damage you need fixed, Fisco has you covered. Their expert workmanship is guaranteed for the life of your vehicle. So stop in for all of your auto bumps and dings. Once again, you know the line. That's Fisco.
If you're a motorist of the four-wheel variety, please watch out for those of us in Wisconsin who do their traveling on two wheels. Adjust your mirrors to reduce your blind spots. Allow motorcyclists a full lane width. Use your turn signal when merging or changing lanes. And allow more following distance between you and the motorcycle. Motorists and motorcyclists can work together to achieve zero preventable deaths on Wisconsin roads. Zero in Wisconsin. Together we can save lives. Learn more at zeroinwisconsin.gov.
Sponsored by the Wisconsin DOT.
Hey, it's Jason Wilde. Show your excitement for the Brew Crew's return with Brewers Checking from Associated Bank. You'll get a one-of-a-kind Brewers Debit MasterCard, 10% off at the team store, and VIP treatment with Express Check-In through the Associated Bank gate. And for the ultimate all-inclusive game day experience for your crew, check out the Associated Bank Power Alley Group Space. Featuring a full buffet and private bar, the Power Alley overlooks left center field. And who knows, the next Brewers home run could be headed your way. Learn more today at AssociatedBank.com/Brewers. Member FDIC.
Standing at the edge of a rocky shore, you breathe in the cool, salty air, watching the sun disappear on the horizon. Across the globe, someone begins their day along a sandy beach, listening to the rhythm of the crashing waves. You each envision a world beneath the water, vibrant life in every imaginable form. Now, imagine it's all gone. What was once a place of wonder and beauty is now a dull, lifeless wasteland. Food, jobs, medicine, all gifts from the ocean, all gone. Time is running out to protect our oceans, and without our love, everything the oceans provide can and will disappear. It's our choice. Love it or lose it. Help protect our oceans. Visit World Wildlife Fund at wwf.org/love.
Jason Wilde is brought to you by Boucher Automotive, where we ride with you every mile. 18 dealerships, 15 brands, and thousands of vehicles in stock. Check them out at Boucher.com.
Everybody on the planet Earth should get information about the Green Bay Packers from Jason Wilde every day of the year. We do our part. 94.5 ESPN.
I got one question while the music plays out. You said everybody. Should Mark Murphy get his information from Jason Wilde?
Hell yes.
Just checking.
Mark Murphy would be better if he listened to Jason Wilde every day.
Should he get it too?
Hell yes.
LaFleur?
Yes.
Okay. Just checking.
Yes, he's at the top. He
Couldn't
doesn't
agree more.
Yeah. All right. Now, my one question. Good afternoon, Jason. I say Packer President and CEO Mark Murphy deserves all the credit for bringing the draft to Green Bay. Agree or disagree? Jason?
I disagree, but he deserves a lot.
Why not all?
A lot. I think Ed Policy had a really big role in it. His second in command.
Okay.
So.
Yeah.
You know,
well, good. He hired him. He's his guy.
Like
That's
if this show is, but if this show is good, it's not all because of you, not 100% because of you. Like Tony's there, he's making a difference. Nobody ever should get all the credit.
Oh,
just kidding, Preble.
Oh, shots fired.
No. So my point is that he deserves a bunch of credit, and when we look at him historically, he's never going to measure up to Bob Harlan, because Bob Harlan made all the right calls to save the franchise, signing with Ron Wolf and getting the referendum passed to rebuild this stadium that I'm walking into right now. But, from a business perspective, Titletown, the draft, the south end zone that I'm walking under, those are all great accomplishments, like growing their bottom line and their reserve fund. Yeah.
But Jason, let me ask you, specific to the draft, like how is that basically decided from the NFL side? Like, what are they leaning on Murphy for a lot, or are they checking the place out themselves to see if it's suitable to host?
Yeah, both. So you make your pitch, right? It's like Shark Tank.
Yep.
Basically, you go in and you've got all your plans, and you put your best foot forward.
Okay.
And you give them a detailed plan, and then there's a committee for the NFL, fan engagement and something or other, that then reviews your proposal, and then they whittle it down to a few finalists. And they were finalists for the 24 draft a year ago, and they lost out to Detroit. They were finalists a few years before that, and I lost in like Nashville or something. But when we talked to Murphy for the tailgate tour in early April, it was the first time I'd ever heard him say, "I'm optimistic about the draft coming here," and that was a change in tone. And so when the news came yesterday, I wasn't overly surprised. Like, I wasn't expecting it to come yesterday. I knew they had their spring meeting, but I did not anticipate it coming yesterday. But I was in no way surprised that they got it. Now, the question becomes, how well will they execute that proposal, and what are the challenges that come with being the smallest major professional sports market in North America to have a team?
What kind of stuff is in the proposal, Jason? I'm curious. Like, what are the Packers' responsibilities for that?
So, here is where we would stage the draft. Here is where we would stage a concert. Here is where we would stage the NFL draft fan experience. Here is where we would. Here's our plan for hotels. Like, Murphy made the comment last July that they had explored the possibility of bringing in cruise ships so people could stay on cruise ships docked, I would presume, in Lake Michigan, because I don't think it would be on the Fox River. I guess I'm not enough of a marine expert to know if you could dock big, giant cruise ships on a river like that. I don't think you can. So, it's all those things. And I think I was reading some stories about Kansas City, there are some local business owners that didn't feel like the draft being in Kansas City benefited them at all. In fact, they felt like it really hurt their business. So, I think it's going to be really interesting when and they're going to talk about it tomorrow. I don't know why they had to wait to hold a press conference until tomorrow, but Murphy's going to talk at 9 a.m., which unfortunately is during our radio program. But I'm curious to hear, because the hotel question has always been the big issue. And I know there's been folks that have mentioned, including Tausch, well, they staged major golf championships in Kohler, and it's not like that's a place that's got lots of hotels in the greater Sheboygan Metroplex. But at the same time, if you're in Kohler, you're it's halfway between Milwaukee and Green Bay. So that gives you the option to, have people commute, 50 minutes from Green Bay and 50 minutes from Milwaukee. If you're going to put people in hotels in Milwaukee for the NFL draft in Green Bay, as someone who makes that drive on a regular basis, that's an hour and 45 minutes without traffic being difficult. So that's not easy. So, they've got it, and as Mark Murphy said to the team website yesterday, now the real work begins.
But I would emphasize it is amazing, and what they have to do to convince the NFL or to sell to push is different than any other town in the NFL. It's not even close.
Yeah, and they've obviously tried repeatedly. So they got to this point, and kudos to them. But it was a lot of work, and now they have to prove that their plan is a good one and go out and execute it, just like Jordan Love is going to have to go out and execute whatever Matt LaFleur is going to have planned for him. And based on today's practice, I think we're going to see, I'm not making any lasting judgments based on what I saw during an hour and a half of practice at Ray Nitschke Field today. But as you would expect, there were ups and downs. Like he had a deep throw down the field, down the middle to Christian Watson that was underthrown. It was wobbly, and it was into triple coverage, and it was incomplete.
Mr. Watson!
Later on, he had a touchdown pass to Watson in the close red zone from the 10-yard line. He had a touchdown pass to Dobbs. In the last play of the practice, he had a touchdown pass to Samori Toure. He also had a really good throw that should have been caught for another touchdown that he dropped in on A.J. Dillon, and Dillon dropped it. So, as you would expect, and as anyone would expect, there were good moments and there were not so good moments, and that's kind of the reality of what we're going to be seeing from him. I'm sure when we have our next OTA that's open to reporters, and I'm sure when we come to training camp, and I'm sure we're going to see it in preseason, and I'm sure we're going to see it in the first half of the season, and the hope would be that he would get through all those growing pains, and then in the second half of the year, the light would go on, and he'd be pretty good. But hell if I know if he's going to actually do that or not. Certainly I don't know based on one practice that I just got done watching.
How is it the same or different than anything you had observed with him in the past?
It didn't look different to me. There were some good throws. There were some not so good throws. They did a bunch of, routes on air. Not that I would say that, that you could complete as many passes, but you could complete some of them with no one rushing at you and no one covering the guy you're throwing to. So, look, this is the argument, not that you and I had, but that we had kind of overall, is there's a lot of people that they want to hear the good things. And I just told you some of the good things that happened today, but, the idea of being able to make any sort of proclamation based on anything we see, not just today, but through the rest of the off season, through the mandatory minicamp, June 13th, 14th, and 15th. Maybe once we get toward the end of training camp, you can make some stronger proclamations, but I thought today he had some good moments and he had some not so good moments, and I think you're going to hear me say that a lot.
Talking with Jason Wilde, anybody else of note that you would want to mention?
No, I don't. Matt LaFleur's talking. I got to go.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, bye.
Mr. Watson!
We didn't get to the other declaration that I'm curious for Jason to comment on, and that is the elimination of kickoffs.
Maybe we can call back
after LaFleur talks. The NFL has passed a new rule instituting all fair catches
check
and
see if he can
touchbacks
come back for a second.
Come out to the 25-yard line.
Well, he's got the locker room after that then, too.
No. So he's probably
going to be done for the day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The NFL has passed a new rule instituting all fair catches and touchbacks come out to the 25-yard line on kickoffs. That's the same as the college rule. The thought is that this should make it safer, though special teams coaches around the league oppose the change. We can solve this problem for the NFL. They want to eliminate the kickoff.
They don't eliminate it.
No, they don't. Well, they want to eliminate it, but they don't want to eliminate it for all games in all situations.
Keyshawn Nixon.
They want to eliminate it most of the time. So now the question is, what rule can they institute that will allow a team to get a kickoff if they want one?
What?
Well, I don't know if a team's behind. They want to. The NFL wants to leave open the possibility of some kickoffs. And
how?
And that's what we have to decide. When do they want it? When a team's behind and they want to catch up, or when do you want to have kickoffs? When do you not want to eliminate some kickoffs?
Want to have kickoffs all the time.
What?
Want to have kickoffs all the time?
No, they don't want kickoffs.
No,
That's
why
what
not
I'm
just
telling
eliminate
you.
them?
Because they're injuries. Well, they don't want to eliminate it. They just want to eliminate
Why,
most of them. What?
Why don't they just
Because
eliminate
they still want to have it as part of the game, but in small parts.
First, they moved it back. They moved
Correct.
it up so they could kick it in the end zone
Right.
now. So
now you can. No, now you don't have to kick. Now you don't even have to return it if it's not in the end zone. So yeah, we're moving in that direction.
Yeah,
yes,
so just do it.
I
Pull
don't.
the trigger.
Again, I don't think they want to do it.
Put it up, Pebble. Do you think the NFL should just get
Yes.
rid of kickoffs?
Yeah, they
Period?
should, but we're here to help them
I know, but
for the
if,
next
if
step.
people want it, then get rid of. People might want to see it. Maybe people want to see run backs.
I mean, I want to see kickoffs. They're great. Kickoffs are great.
I don't. Think,
But the
I don't
league
think you need
doesn't
them.
because of injuries. That's why this is
That's
doing.
what I'm saying.
Right.
That's- I'm in that camp. I would say just for injury purpose, it's a violent play.
Yeah.
Guys running the opposite
You
way,
start
full
at the,
speed into each
you
other.
start at the 25-yard line. Done.
Exactly. Done.
Right. Right.
Very simple.
I think we'll probably get there.
Hurry up, NFL. Pull the trigger.
All right. 1-800-990-3776.
How's your all the credit going still? You still believe in all the credit?
Yeah, he wouldn't give him all the credit because he'd give him credit to the guy underneath him.
But
Fine.
he also said that they try every year.
They've
Or
tried
they've
the
tried-
last few years. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they've gotten better at it. Whatever they've getting better at.
Right. That means they've also failed the other few years.
Whatever. The chance of them getting the
whatever.
NFL. Well, no, the
Oh, here
chance.
you go.
It's
you
based
want
on.
to you want to celebrate when he
Yes!
gets it, but then you don't
Yes!
say anything about when he didn't get it.
Well, no,
Oh,
but
it's
they.
like, it's like, oh, he failed.
Right,
Whatever.
everybody assumed that they were never going to have the draft in Green Bay. That's just reality. And now they've
hold
got
on.
it in Green
Calm
Bay.
down. First of all,
no,
calm
they
down.
can't. This is an amazing phenomenon.
I'm not saying it's good.
Incredible.
I'm-
This is
I'm
the
only
greatest
talking
thing
about
that's ever
when-
happened to the Green Bay
when he
Packers,
applies
other than winning a title.
and he doesn't get it. You can't just poo-poo it like you just did.
Why not?
Because you're celebrating his win.
I
That's
know,
why.
because he did even better.
So then you can't poo-poo his failure like that.
Well, it didn't fail. Just took a couple more years. He got it done.
If either he got it or he didn't got it.
He got it.
Okay.
Okay.
This year he got it.
Right.
Prior years he did not. That's
Right.
a failure.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is.
We don't know the progress.
Okay,
Hold on.
Giannis. There's
They
no
don't-
failure now, right?
No, they don't. You don't know the progress he made in those years getting
I
closer.
don't know the progress. I just know he didn't get it those
All right,
prior
fine.
years.
I mean, at this point, if you don't believe this is the greatest thing to happen to the Green Bay Packers ever,
First of all, you're not even listening. You're too
I am
busy
listening.
yelling. I
No.
didn't say anything about this wasn't great. Didn't say anything about that.
if
I'm saying you're poo-pooing when he didn't get it. I'm
No.
saying how can you celebrate it this much when he gets it, but then you poo-poo when he doesn't
no,
get it?
because in the end he got it. Whatever they changed,
I know he got
they
it.
did it. So he deserves credit for working on it. The reason it took so long
I'm
isn't
giving you that.
The reason it took so long is an appreciation of how impossible it is. When a cat becomes president of the United States and fails the first 4 times it runs, you can't say it was a failure because it changed. The doing of itself is so amazing that clearly they got better at it each time and convinced people to do something to eventually name a cat. The cat as president of the United States is so rare that the process of losing is still positive because no one ever thought it would occur. That's just what happened in Green Bay. They finally, with Mark Murphy's help, got a cat named president of Green Bay. And so the years that he failed, it's amazing that he was ever able to convince them to change, and he deserves the credit for starting it and the process of turning it into a win.
Yet and still, he failed.
Fine. Next, caller number 4.
Call
Are you a better guesser?
800-990-3776. Are you a better guesser is next here on Homer and Tony on 94.5 ESPN. Football guy.
I don't care how irritated you are that Jesse did that. The fact that it led to your imitation of me is
more than sufficient payoff.
Football guy.
It's you.
Coming at it from different views.
Girls! I didn't know that I did that, but I guess I do. Go to the grocery store. We'll stop at Fleet Farm.
Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Weekdays 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN. And available wherever you get your podcasts with Wisconsin On Demand.
You've probably heard about employee stock ownership plans before, but what separates Fifth Third Bank from others when it comes to these plans? Fifth Third offers unmatched expertise and flexibility when creating ESOP solutions. From full and partial sales, second stage transactions, repurchase obligation financing, and seller note refinancing, ESOPs can offer tax advantages, increased liquidity, employee incentives, and overall diversification of net worth to help your company plan for the future. Fifth Third Bank, National Association, custom solutions built around your goals, member FDIC.
Life's better with a home policy from American Family Insurance because you'll feel protected no matter how the wind blows. All so you can keep enjoying the home of your dreams. And our expert agents can help you save up to 23% when you bundle home with auto. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. American Family Insurance. Get a quote? Find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Mark Tosher here to tell you all about PrizePicks' $1 million daily Superflex promotion. Every day of the NBA playoffs and finals, one PrizePicks user will win a chance at becoming a millionaire. Here's how you can win big. One entry placed after 8 a.m. Eastern will be randomly selected each day, and whoever placed that entry will be given a 6-pick flex. 4 correct picks is $16,000. 5 correct is $80,000. And if you get all 6 picks correct, you could win $1 million. Full details are at prizepicks.com/million. You must opt in at this link to be eligible for the $1 million entry. And once you opt in, all you have to do is play the game like normal, and you could be the lucky winner. If you're new to PrizePicks, let me give you a quick rundown. Pick multiple players and decide if they will score more or less than their PrizePicks projection. You can win up to 25 times your money on any entry, and there is no competition against anyone. It's just you against the projections by visiting prizepicks.com, or you can download the mobile app.
Wisconsin is as hard-working of a place as you'll ever find. There's a sense of pride, community, and work ethic that's second to none. People here are tough, but even the toughest among us need help after a serious accident. At Gruber Law Offices, we won't stop fighting for you and your family. We've been here and will continue to be here for as long as you need us. Gruber Law Offices, proud partner of the Milwaukee Brewers.
Victor deployed for the first time to Afghanistan in 2003. At 4 in the morning, my phone rang. They said, "I regret to inform you that your husband was wounded in action." Victor sustained a moderate traumatic brain injury. I was doing school full-time, and I was also then caring for Victor. One of the most important elements of caregiving is taking care of yourself. I just didn't want to forget that I also had goals and that I also had a life. What I did is I challenged Victor to meet me halfway. There are almost 6 million military and veteran caregivers across the nation. We have our own journey, and we can fulfill that journey at the same time that we are helping our loved one.
Visit aarp.org/caregiving for a free military veterans guide to navigate your caregiving journey and better care for your loved one and yourself. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Old school. All right, Pebble, live your life to the fullest, baby. You hear it all the time, but it's easier said than done when you're in pain, people. I'm telling you, it's your boy T. Smith here trying to help y'all out. QC Kinetics gives people all around Milwaukee back their quality of life by providing much-needed relief from chronic joint pain. They're not just providing that relief, they're doing it in the most non-invasive way possible using regenerative treatments from your own body's natural biologics. Where's the joint pain at? Don't matter. Your knees, hips, shoulders, back. Well, QC Kinetics concentrates these impactful treatments right at the source of your pain, directly applying healing properties where you need them most. I need them most right now in my butt because Homer's a pain in my butt. I wonder if they can help me there.
Thank you.
With no surgery, no downtime, no steroids or harmful drugs, and patients are raving about the results. What does living your life to the fullest look like for you? I don't know. Maybe it's being able to exercise a little bit more, walking your dog, just being outside, going to the lakefront, to the beach, canoeing because it's getting warm here. Whatever it is. Maybe just doing your job. Something about physical jobs that you just want to do. Whatever it is, don't wait one more day. Call QC Connects for your complimentary consultation today. 414-285-3474. That's 414-285-3474. Don't wait, people. Call now. 414-285-3474.
Stupid is no way.
You're listening to Homer and Tony on 94.5 ESPN and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
What was that?
Me pushing the wrong button, actually.
Oh. Was that an interview?
No, that wasn't an interview. That was a drop.
Oh. What was it? Hit that drop again. Let's hear it. Let's hear the...
Fat, drunk, and stupid is no way to go through life, son.
Yes. Or in pain. It's no way to go through life.
That is true.
Homer,
as
quit
well.
being a pain. Go. I hope you got a good question today.
I do think I have a good question.
Well,
by the way, the
NFL
made this comment that they're trying to have kickoffs from the 25 if it's kicked into the field and you fair catch it, and they're mentioning that the special teams coordinators are against it. No kidding.
Duh.
You know why they're against it?
Jobs.
Yes, you're not going to need those. We don't need you. We just need you to do punting, and we all know punting doesn't matter. So
that's fine. I mean, it's only 5 less yards now that Jordan Love has to drive for the game-winning drive.
Wait, yeah. The NFL said we're not doing punting. Punters are against it. Really?
Really? All right. What's on the line, Pebble?
Entering into a drawing for a $50 gift card to Mars Cheese Castle, which we will draw next week on Tuesday because Monday we have no show with the Memorial Day holiday. And we have one correct answer this week so far, Kenton Tosa. And we also have to pick our winner from last week between Mark in Kenosha and Tom in Waukesha.
Oh, there were two. We'll leave that to the Hall of Famer. All right, we have Chris.
Do I say who I want to win? Or what
no, we do it randomly with numbers.
Pick a number.
Yeah. Chris in Waukesha, you're on 94.5 ESPN. And please, your resume. Are you a former champion of this competition?
Not this one, the previous one. Are you smarter than? I think I was 6, maybe. I think I was Big Chris.
All right. Oh, Big Chris. Yes. I hope you got all your prizes. All right. You ready to go? You know the draft is now in Green Bay. How many people in Green Bay are 65 and over? 14,000, 16,000, or 18,000? That's in honor of me, of course, because I'm 65 and over. How many people in Green Bay are 65 and over, according to the latest census? 14,000, 16,000, or 18,000?
Not as many as is in Florida.
That's true. What do you have to say, Big Chris?
Well, I'm over that, but I'm going to go with, what was the middle one?
Your choices, 14,000, 16,000, 18,000.
16.
16,000 says Big Chris.
Is there that many people in
And
Green
now, I can't answer that. I don't want to give you a tip. This is the number of Green Bay that are 65 and over, and I believe the Hall of Famer is up 2.
Yep, because I got it wrong on tanking last time.
Okay.
I flipped my electronic coin. I am now trying today because I got heads on my electronic coin.
Because you're scared to tank.
No.
Blow it again.
Tank cost him 2.
I would attempt to tank again.
All right, okay.
Somebody stole my marker back here, too, so hopefully Homer can read my answer.
There you go.
I can read your answer.
There we go.
Somebody stole my marker. This guy got excuses daily.
Yeah, we don't have pens here. I'm bringing some pens to bring into the studio.
I flipped my actual coin, as you heard.
Again, number of people in Green Bay, 65 and over, 14,000, 16,000, or 18,000.
I'm going to take the first A, answer 1 or answer A. I don't even know
Answer
what the
1,
is.
14,000, 14, 16, 18. You are going 14,000, and Pebble also went 14,000.
Wait, is he tanking or is he?
I am trying.
He's trying.
Okay.
And you are both correct.
Nice.
That's bad news for Big Chris.
Oh, boy. Chris.
There are just over 100,000 people in Green Bay, and about 13.5% are 65 and over. And it came out to 14,216.
Too old. Well, what's the rest of the?
I can't give you
65 and up.
65 and up.
Oh, okay.
14, about 13.
Real old people.
I don't know what it's like in other cities. That may be a future question when I get fixated on old people.
Well, Pebble's going to start looking it up now.
No, I don't think he will. I don't think Pebble cares enough about Are You a Better Guesser?
No, I'm not looking it up.
Pebble, have you ever
his electronic coin?
Pebble, have you ever looked anything up ahead of time in anticipation of an Are You a Better Guesser question?
I have not. No.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
No. I didn't say that way. Like you were just talking about it, so I was thinking he's going to be right now looking it up. Like,
What do you think? I'm thinking he's going to use it in the future.
Not
future
that,
question.
not
I would like
just because what he was saying.
I will use it. I will use
thing.
it in the future, but I'm not going to tell you in what manner. But
yeah, no, I thought he'd be just looking at what the normal percentages were. If that was a high number, was that a low number? 13% being 65 and up.
I don't know.
What do you think? Is that a high number?
I would guess that in some states it could be as high as 18%.
That's it?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, let's look it up. We're going to look up Florida. First place you're going, right?
Yeah. Where?
65 and over. No, the state or a city.
No,
I did it a city.
Bay, right?
City of Green Bay.
City.
City. Let's
Naples.
go with 80%.
80%. Oh.
Naples, Florida. I hope they have it. My Discount Leaguer Twitter poll question. I say Mark Murphy deserves all the credit for bringing the draft to Green Bay. 67% agree, 33% disagree. So it's about 2-1. All right. 1-800-990-3776. You have a chance to talk about Mark Murphy, or not even Mark Murphy, but just about the NFL draft going to Green Bay. It's amazing. Now, granted, the NFL has changed in terms of the way they do the draft, but still hopeful that it would happen. But
it's a cat.
And I'm not even. And I'm like other. I'm not worried if they stink at it. I don't even care. It's still coming to Green Bay. They'll do as good as they can. But I mean, I don't watch it on TV. We're going to do a show from there, right?
Will they get another after this?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Depends how good this one goes.
Has it gone poorly anywhere?
I mean, in terms of infrastructure, ability to get there.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Kansas City would have been the closest in terms of size, right? But it's all about everybody getting excited. Donating your house. Should I donate my house to somebody coming in for the draft? Let them stay there for free?
Yeah, no, some people were trying to call up to get hotel rooms already, and the hotel rooms aren't even booking that far ahead of time yet. So
I'm not surprised. Might as well find out.
Wait, hotels in Milwaukee?
Oh, in Green Bay.
In Green Bay.
Flooded.
We'll see. I'm curious to see what's done. There going to be things done. I don't know what.
Like what?
To somehow to provide more housing for people in the draft. Something's going to happen.
They got $59 hotel rooms.
Yes, you were listening yesterday. I think the possibility of cruises. Wouldn't that make sense?
The cruise ship?
Yeah, on the water there. Then people can stay there. Those things are huge.
Yeah, if they have to bring in a cruise ship, they're definitely not doing it again. They won't get it again. They got to do that.
Okay. Well, there'll be some. We'll hear from tomorrow from the man himself.
Might as well just have him stay at a campground then.
I think
put some tents up.
Think
down by the river.
Cruise ships are nice and huge.
All right.
Yes,
they're huge, but
I'm gonna rent a camper and park in front of the stadium.
You're so. Why are you so negative, Pebble? This is an
incredible trailer
This
park.
is an incredible achievement. You never thought there'd be the draft in Green Bay, right?
I thought they would get it eventually, yeah.
Did you?
Yeah.
Eventually, like what? The year 3000?
They're feeling bad for Green Bay. They're like, we got to throw them a bone. Let's do it now.
Yeah, because they already applied to do it like in 2016 or 19 or something like that, and they gave it to somebody else. So
applied a bunch of times, Jason said.
Yes, for all the reasons it's a town. It's a town of 100,000 people,
and most of them are old.
14,
well, not a few of them old.
14,000 are. We have not addressed LeBron James about acting as if he might consider retirement.
He's pulling a Jim Boeheim.
Yeah, he wants to play with his kid.
I know, but he can't play next year with his kid. His kid's got to play 1 year in college, so he could take next year off and then come back with his kid. I could see that.
Taking a year off?
Take a year off and rest. Yeah, play a little Y ball. Play.
Don't do that. You're really going to get hurt.
Noon ball.
You get a bad calf, it's over.
If he wants to sit out, that would be the time to sit out, right? He wants to play again so he can play with his kid, right? We all agree it's the position of this show that he is not retiring in terms of for good. Like, we all agree that he will play again in the NBA, right?
Right.
I agree with that.
I think he will.
Yeah. Now
he'll make a decision, but then you'll probably end up flopping on it. So.
Oh wow.
Oh
wow.
Are you okay? You seem to
done.
be especially mad about everything. Yes,
you got the pun gun out.
An absolute of this show is that LeBron James will play again in the NBA. Is it Is it an absolute that he will play next year, Pebble?
Yes.
Tony?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So in order for it to be an absolute, I have to agree.
And you do. Stop playing around.
I'm not playing around.
No, you're playing around.
No, I'm not.
Knock it off.
If you give me odds, I'll take odds that he sits out a year. 10-1.
No one's giving you odds.
Well, yes, I believe he'll play. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's what I thought.
But
that's what I thought. You're just looking for some action.
No,
not giving it to you.
I mean, I'm not. I'm just being.
I take that back. I will give you some action.
Yeah.
After the break.
Next.
First, we need you to pick a number, Tony, for the winner
we're
for
doing
last
that now?
week's. Yep.
Yeah.
We're doing that
We're
now.
in the segment doing
Yeah.
it, so we should finish it. Yes.
Oh, jeez.
I'll do it if you don't want to.
All right. Pick a number. Go ahead.
8.
08?
08.
So the winner of the $50 gift card to Mars Cheese Castle from last week is...
Why 8?
That's Aaron Rodgers' new number.
I figured as much.
Here you go.
Mark and Kenosha taking home the $50 gift
Still
card to
the
Mars
stalker.
Cheese Castle.
This dude still loves Aaron Rodgers. He's not our quarterback. I thought you would hate him.
The most, I'll repeat
You're
this
such a
again.
stalker.
The most important thing is that
I'm turning
he
my
get
mic off.
hurt.
I'm not listening to you right now. You lied.
It hasn't changed.
You lied to me.
Don't go anywhere. Another hour of Homer and Tony's coming up next here on 94.5 ESPN, the ESPN app, and Wisconsin On Demand.
Experience the rebirth of an American treasure in Oconomowoc. The club at Lac La Belle is open. The redesigned course is one of Wisconsin's finest tracks at the heart of the Wisconsin Golf Trail. Named Best New Wisconsin Course in 2021 by Golf Digest. The club at Lac La Belle is open to the public 7 days a week. Schedule your tee time today at club@laclabelle.com. See what everyone is talking about. The club at Lac La Belle is a place to experience over and over again. Go to club@laclabelle.com to start your journey.
There's only one place in Milwaukee where every day of the year, dreams and reality get together for a great time. Where you can walk in a player and walk out a winner. That place, Potawatomi Casino Hotel. With fantastic dining, gaming, sports betting, a luxurious hotel, and endless ways to win, the excitement never stops. The only thing missing is you. Your win is waiting. Only at Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Visit our website to learn more. Must be 21 to enter casino.
Gabe, where do you think our group should be taking our golf trip next year?
Jason, I don't know. Do you have time to figure it all out and get all the reservations made? I certainly don't.
Not really. I mean, I'm so busy. If I only knew somebody to call that might do all the work for us.
Oh, I know about Wisconsin Golf Trips. Their main business is booking groups from around the world to play all the great courses in our state, but they're now doing outbound trips for groups each year to places like Michigan, Minnesota, and Nevada. Plus, Wisconsin Golf Trips is even booking custom packages for Scotland and Ireland.
Oh, wow. Let's hit them up.
WisconsinGolfTrips.com.
Graduation season is just around the corner, and what better way to celebrate than with custom banners and yard signs from Fast Signs of Glendale. Their team of experts can create personalized banners and yard signs that will make your graduate feel extra special on their big day. With their exceptional service and attention to detail, you can trust that your order will be perfect every time. Let Fast Signs of Glendale help you make your graduate's day even more memorable with a custom banner or yard sign. Fast Signs of Glendale. Mention summer 2023 for special graduation pricing.
Hey, this is Tony Smith. You're listening to 94.5 ESPN, WKTI, WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station. Hey, yeah! This is Homer and Tony.
Oh, baby. The degree to which people really liked him after his junior year in college and how well he played.
You are telling me that based on what he did as a redshirt sophomore in 2018, at Utah State. You think he could be a good starter in the NFL in 2023?
Yes.
That's the argument you're trying to make.
Well,
you don't have a damn bit of evidence to back it up. He's got to go out and do it.
Yeah,
admit it.
No, I have
admit it right now.
As the great Najee Davenport said when he was accused of pooping in a co-ed laundry basket in her closet. Where's the poop? Where's the evidence?
Said Sam Cassell. You said Nick Nurse. How many people are you going to say?
Well, no, this is who I think.
You can't have unlimited choices.
I know. Yeah, I can.
Pick a couple guys and stick on them. I mean, come
no,
on.
I'm not.
You're all over the board.
Yes, I'm all over the board. I want.
How can we even respect whatever you're saying?
No one can
You're all over the board.
Ever. All right, so who I think.
I mean, if you're consistent with a couple of guys, then you're trying to pick everybody.
No, who I think. No,
you're trying to pick everybody because you want to be right. I know how you are.
Who I think.
You just want to be right.
Correct.
You want to say I had him, so you just pick the field. You can't do that.
Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studios at the Avenue. This is Homer and Tony.
In perfect harmony. Kind of. The NFL draft is coming to Green Bay. Oh, baby. Even if it's bad, it's good. And if it's good, it's real good. Let me just help people out in Green Bay. You're a dinky little town. Nobody cares who you are. Nobody cares what you are. And so if they come to Green Bay and it's terrible, it doesn't hurt your city. You don't exist. On the other hand, if it goes well, people will get an appreciation for what you are, which they never would have considered because who the hell would ever go to Green Bay except to see the Green Bay Packers? So you can't lose because you got nothing to lose. You got no money. You're broke. Now, on the other hand, people might give you money, and then you're going to have money. So it's a no-lose situation. Everybody should be excited. Everybody should be willing to be helpful and realize that the NFL draft is coming to Green Bay, a town of 100,000 people. Unbelievable. Anything's possible in this country. I don't know. As I said, I don't know what's more amazing.
Okay. It's pretty good.
The draft is coming to Green Bay.
Who's on the phone?
AJ in Baltimore. You're on 94.5 ESPN. Did you ever think it possible that the NFL draft would be in Green Bay?
See, he knew it was coming.
Knew it was coming a long time. However, I don't know why everybody keeps talking about giving Mark Murphy credit for getting the draft.
Hey, AJ, that's only
That's me. Yeah, I'm giving him
only Homer's saying that.
That's correct.
No
and be aware, I'm giving him
Murphy
all
He was the only one in the running. There weren't any other teams bidding for the draft. How can you give credit to somebody when he has no competition?
Yeah, that's not true.
Don't you think? That's what Schefter reported was that there was Green Bay was in the running. There were no other bids for the draft for this year. So when you go up against nobody and you win,
Thank you, AJ, for bringing that
participation trophy.
From Adam Schefter too.
You don't think? You don't think that Murphy was at that owners meeting, rubbing some palms to grease the wheels to get that draft into Green Bay on his last year before?
That's why he gets all the credit.
Please don't bid, guys.
Yeah.
Please don't bid.
Yes, he gets all the credit. Yes. Yeah.
AJ.
I think you're burying the lead there. I think you're burying the lead.
He is.
That's why he deserves all the credit.
He's got a narrative he wants to put
out
there.
You just gave him all the credit.
No,
you just said he did such a good job with the other owners, he convinced them not to compete. Every city in the country would compete against Green Bay. And feel it's better.
I don't want to bid. Thank you.
Yes,
they've been competing against Green Bay for the last 5 years, but Green Bay continued to lose.
Yeah. And they didn't this year.
Because no one else was
and they didn't this year. So don't they get credit when they've had it other years and couldn't get it? Now they get it. Doesn't that make it even that much more amazing? Right?
Pebble, you gotta.
That's like when my 8-year-old does a cartwheel and says, "Hey, Dad, look at me! I'm doing a cartwheel." Like, great job with the cartwheel, but you weren't doing it against any competition.
You were doing it against competition because the competition took it other years. Clearly, there's competition. I refuse to believe that no other team was interested.
Hey, you're discrediting Schefter now?
On this particular one, yes. Yep.
Because he's going against
I'll call Adam. Call Adam.
No.
AJ, thank you
Even
so much,
AJ, who brought it
Thank you
up,
so much,
gave the Murphy all the credit because he convinced he said he greased some wheels.
Right now, please.
It sounds a little fishy, a little suspicious that one owner, is the only one in the bidding for one of the crown jewels of the NFL. I mean, it seems odd that out of the 1 year when Mark Murphy's going to retire, he gets
Yeah,
surprised.
right. Yeah, it's because dude, he
They did him a favor.
Fine, whatever. He pulled it off.
He gets
all
no
right, so
credit.
you're telling me, hold on, you're telling me, AJ, that if
AJ,
no one but Mark Murphy had
be the
been
best call
president,
ever.
the Packers would not have gotten it. That's what you just told me, right? Last year. So if any other person had been president, they would not have gotten the draft, right? That's what you just said. He got it because it's his last year of retirement.
If Detroit beats Green Bay for the draft like they did for next year,
Detroit.
I mean that's bad news for Green Bay as a whole, right? I mean you can't lose to Detroit, even though we've done it
For the draft, every team, every city can beat the Green Bay for the draft. It's a town of 100,000.
They've shown that.
I know, except that Mark Murphy carries so much weight with these people that they were willing to give it to him his last year.
Yeah.
You just, AJ, say more because every time you talk, you give more credit to Mark Murphy. You just said they did it for him in his last year of retirement. Is that right? Is that what you said, AJ?
If I could give you an award for this call, buddy, I would give you an award for this call.
Did you not just say they're throwing a bone to Mark Murphy? Thank you. You nailed it.
I don't know if they're throwing him bones. I don't know what Murphy was throwing to them to get the bone in the first place.
But you admit it's amazing he pulled it off, right?
Please, guys, don't
Whatever.
get against me.
Yeah, they never did it before.
My
Now they
last
did.
year.
He's so great just because he's retiring, we'll give it to Green Bay, even though we didn't in past years. Are you trying to tell me, AJ, that they could not have found another city to do the draft? Go, yeah, run with that. They couldn't,
but no one was bidding.
If they could have run for it, they would have beaten Green Bay. But they knew they would have beaten Green Bay. So out of the courtesy of their hearts to Mark Murphy or whatever,
out of the courtesy of their hearts to
whatever
Mark Murphy.
veterans.
Hey, would they have the same courtesy of the hearts
win.
for Davis if he'd been the president of the Packers? Huh? You want to name other people that could have been president of the Packers? Would they show him the same for him? Huh? What do you say now, AJ?
I'm sticking with the legacy of Green Bay. They're in deference to Lombardi and Lambeau Field.
Fine. I don't argue with any of that.
That's not Murphy. He said Lombardi. And
That's
Lambeau
fine,
Field.
but Murphy got it done. And AJ's also telling us that he only got it done because they wanted to do it for Murphy before he retires. Is that your
not getting it done.
Is that your position, AJ?
That's being given to you. That's not getting it done.
That's a participation.
You have
award.
to have their respect for them to even want to do something for you. All right, thanks, AJ.
That 12-foot putt you made, I gave it to you.
All right,
you didn't actually make it.
Okay,
you get no credit for that.
That's fine. That would make sense. The way things are done. 1-800-990-3776. The NFL draft in Green Bay.
Because Shefty's on TV right now. He can't talk to you, but hey, no one else is in the running.
No, he's talking about the flex schedule.
No, but I'm talking about that. If that's true, that crushes your argument.
No, it doesn't. Depends why. If they all backed out as a tribute to Murphy to give it to him, that makes my point even greater.
No, certainly does not. Pebble, what's your
They
opinion
wanted
on this
to
one?
do it before he retired, and you're not giving him credit for it? I rest my case.
Your case has been murdered. You ain't rested nothing.
I just said he said it, but you don't want to hear that part of it.
All right, let's get a third person's
if
perspective.
If the Packers only got the draft because they were the lone team that was lobbying for it, and they gave it to the Packers because it's Mark Murphy's last year before he retires, then it's just a pity case. I didn't do anything.
Whatever. No.
Exactly.
A pity
I'm
case.
sorry for the guy.
You can't
win. You can't win the draft on your own, dude. Okay, we get it. You're done here. You want a draft? Fine.
It's like a participation
We'll
award.
lay out. We'll give you the draft. We feel sorry for you because your city is so trash.
We feel
You're
sorry
10 times
for
smaller
you.
than Jacksonville. You'll never get it if anybody else bids against you. Everybody, just let the guy get it.
You are driven to give no credit for Mark Murphy for anything.
I'm not. I'm not driven to.
Those,
he cannot get credit for this.
Yes.
I know
they like
if he's want to give it to him bad,
right?
But you cannot right now. Okay. You just can't. If there's no one else,
even if they did it, even if they did it for him, now we still don't give him credit. There's nothing you can do. You just determined that you will not give him credit for it.
It's like me playing my little brother in the driving. I let him get a shot off because I've been blocking every shot attempt of his. I got
right.
He's got 24
right.
shot attempts.
And you know why you did that?
Shots.
Because you like your brother and you do it for your brother. If he's some neighbor, you'd block every shot forever.
I do it. The reason I did it because I'm nice.
Right, but you are nice.
Nothing to do with him.
Of course it does. You wouldn't do that for everyone. For every person you're going to do it?
I
No.
feel sorry for any little kid. I was blocking all the shots.
Fine. You didn't mention that. You mentioned your brother, right? It's funny how you brought that
for
up.
Little camp campers.
Funny how you brought up your brother.
Little campers. I did the same thing.
Okay, now keep going. You would do it for everyone.
Anybody who's smaller than me.
There you go. All right, what do we have next? Top 3 at 3?
Maybe.
I think we do, right?
We have it, but
Pebble, isn't that up next after we break?
We still have it, and so whenever, it depends. It's whenever we do it now.
Until January, until June 5th.
June 5th, yeah.
Then it's right at 3 o'clock. Next.
More of Homer and Tony next on 94.5 ESPN.
We've got a pretty good ride shaping up for the most part. We got a little bit of a backup along southbound 43 heading past Silver Spring down towards Hampton. And we've also got a little bit of a backup from Hampton down past Capitol Drive on 41 southbound. Westbound 94, watch for a little bit of a delay there from 35th Street all the way to Mitchell Boulevard. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, mainly clear, a low of 51. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, windy, and cool. Slight chance of showers at the high of 54. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Now or never for the Celtics. The Heat go for the knockout blow at home and another finals appearance.
A shot from Smart from 10 feet is off the mark. Rebound, Vincent pulls up for 3 in transition. It's good! And the lead is up to 23. And the Celtics in big trouble.
It's Game 4 in Miami of the Eastern Conference Finals. Our coverage starts tonight at 7, right here on 94.5 ESPN. The NBA on ESPN Milwaukee is sponsored by Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Kessler's is famous
nationwide for diamond engagement rings.
But what most people don't know
is that Kessler's is equally amazing at wedding bands.
Engagement rings come in thousands of styles.
But not all engagement rings come with a matching wedding band.
No problem.
No problem. No problem.
You heard the part about equally amazing wedding bands, right?
That's real. We are amazing at wedding bands.
We have a wedding band that is going to look fantastic.
Fantabulous.
Incomprehensibly good.
With your engagement ring.
It's going to look really good.
Ricky.
I prefer Rick.
You need to work with us.
Yeah, Ricky. Work with us.
Seriously, you're going to be extremely happy with what you find at Kessler's. Our sales associates are good at helping you find the perfect wedding band.
Much better, Ricky.
I prefer Rick.
Yeah, Ricky. Much better. Welcome to Kessler's.
To find the Kessler's nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
Cousin Subs is spicing things up this summer with 2 new limited-time-only subs and a new shake flavor. Their new Sriracha Ranch subs feature your choice of chicken or steak, blue cheese crumbles, onions, pickles, Sriracha, and ranch dressing, all on Italian bread, and are sure to make your taste buds dance. And don't forget to pair your sub with their new cherry lime shake. All are available for a limited time only. So order yours today at any location, online, or via Cousins mobile app for a limited time only. Cousin Subs. We believe in better.
That to-do list you have needs one more thing. Chill. It's an easy thing to do. Just crack open an ice-cold Coors Light and chill. Take the afternoon off and binge watch anything. Go to happy hour and stay for a couple hours. Who's counting anyways? Or hang out with just your dog, because you've had enough human interaction this week. Whatever you do it with a Coors Light. Mountain cold refreshment made to chill. 2020 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly.
It's now or never for the Celtics. The Heat go for the knockout blow at home and another finals appearance.
A shot from Smart from 10 feet is off the mark. Rebound, Vincent pulls up for three in transition. It's good! And the lead is up to 23. And the Celtics in big, big trouble.
It's Game 4 in Miami of the Eastern Conference Finals. Our coverage starts tonight at 7, right here on 94.5 ESPN. The NBA on ESPN Milwaukee is sponsored by Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all. You're listening to Homer and Tony on 94.5 ESPN.
What's poppin'? Brand new whip, just hopped in. I got options. I can pass that like Stockton. Just joshing. I'm spending this holiday locked in. My body got rid of them toxins. Sports in the top 10. I can put the ball in the end zone.
This has gotta be rap.
Friend zone. Sound like an intro jet song, give me that tempo.
I finally got one right. There's hope.
Told her don't let her friends know. In the Ville, and I move like a dime.
Much hope, but yeah.
That's fine. I'll take 1%. So that's 0. It is time for the top 3 at 3.
The best of the best. The pick of the litter, the creme de la creme. This list is as exclusive as it gets.
3, 2, 1.
Okay, let's ride. It's the top 3 at 3 with Homer and Tony.
This one is so easy. The NFL draft is coming to Green Bay. No one ever thought it possible. Still doesn't make any sense. Town of 100,000. But it's going to happen, and it's win automatically because whatever happens, even if it's horrible, people aren't going to Green Bay anyway. Now, it might make Green Bay look good. Like, if you remember, Milwaukee looked at all the people that were around Fiserv Forum when the Bucks won the World Championship. I suspect that people will have a better feeling about Green Bay after the draft than before it because most don't have any opinion whatsoever. So congratulations. Anything is possible in this country. Green Bay is hosting the NFL draft.
That is very big, very nice accomplishment
Historic.
For a small Green Bay. Love it. Equally as impressive was Denver's thrashing of the Lakers.
I agree.
The sweep.
But you know what it was like? It was like I'd ask you this, like a high school game or college where one team is way behind, like they're not, but they weren't the slightest bit worried. They're like, we can come back and win. And the team that's ahead, you just were waiting to see what would happen.
Yeah, watching the game, you never felt like the Lakers had control of the game.
Right.
They were winning.
They're up 20.
But they weren't controlling the game.
Right.
It just didn't seem that way because, well, one was Denver had been dominating them. They're in the last game. And when you dominate a team like Denver has, you're not worried about it. You're like, all it's going to take is one of us to get hot.
I know that's all, but you're up 20 at home. You at least go force a game 5, and you just.
But we've done a lot of games together. You know that, and I'll say it sometimes, like I don't feel good about this.
Right.
This lead.
But usually that's an
means
indication
nothing.
of one team being significantly better than the other.
Right. I was impressed with Denver, the way they just handle it. They got a good team. They got a deep team. They got some guys they got some very nice pieces on that team. And this is probably the most I've watched of Jokic. And dude is good. He's dangerous. He's dangerous because of his IQ. His IQ makes him dangerous. He can score. He's got a couple moves here and there, but the thing that I was impressed by, he's not going to force anything. Like you expect a guy like that because of the numbers he puts up to every now and then take a bad shot or force the issue offensively, but he just doesn't. He's really looking to pass.
He's going to make a good decision regardless of the score.
It looks like he's really looking to pass, but he's almost like LeBron in that sense. Like LeBron is a pass first guy too, believe it or not. As many points as LeBron scored, he's a pass first guy.
There's one big difference.
Size.
No, when you look at LeBron's body, you go, wow. When you look at his, you go, He got something at the drive-thru. He got something at the drive-thru on the way to the game.
We should call those doughboys.
Yes.
Yeah. He's kind of soft.
Yeah, he's not fat, but he looks soft. Yes.
Did you see his baby pictures? His kid pictures?
I bet he was big.
He was.
Yes. Yeah, that's a great way to put it.
He's still got his baby fat on.
He looks soft, but he doesn't play soft.
No, he plays smart.
Yeah.
He's not a high flyer, but he still blocks some shots.
Yes.
He'll block some shots. He gets tons of
I
rebounds.
guarantee you, he's better than he looks. He's better than
he looks.
Walking down the street. You're not saying that guy might be the best basketball player on the planet Earth. No way.
Yeah,
he's a plumber.
Imagine coming to an open gym with a bunch of guys. No one knows anybody these guys are. And you got Dwight Howard standing over there, and then
you know what you're gonna think with him? You're gonna think he's the guy who cleans the floor when we're done.
The only thing I would say, he's had some good picks. He's a big body.
Yes,
but they'd be picking Dwight Howard over him all day.
Yep, it's amazing. I don't know the background to the draft him. He's a second-round pick, right? I'd like to go back. They talk about Giannis. Giannis was a 15th pick. The selection of Jokic is even more amazing than Giannis. Way more amazing.
Was he second round?
I think so, yeah.
He may have been second round. Either way, though, impressive. Equally as impressive is what Miami's doing up to this point. I don't know if they're going to sweep or not, but still equally as impressive.
Without a doubt.
Pebble?
And my top story we brought up a little bit earlier, but LeBron James said he's going to be considering retirement this offseason. Here's what he said after they got swept by the Nuggets yesterday.
We'll see what happens going forward. But I don't know. I got a lot to think about, to be honest. And just for me personally, going forward with the game of basketball, got a lot to think about.
Now we've all heard the talk.
We call that an Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, we all heard about the talk about him playing with his son. And do I believe for one second that LeBron James isn't going to be playing next season? No, I don't. I think he's going to be playing next season.
He's playing for the Bucks.
But you have to wonder. Actually, I looked at those odds, Homer.
Yeah.
18. I think it was 18-1 as LeBron as a team for playing for the Bucks next season. So. But getting back to LeBron, what he said, you just got to wonder why he's saying it now. Like, he's never said these kind of things before. The trepidation in his voice, the mulling over his decisions.
They've never been swept before except in the finals.
You know who else never has been swept in the finals before?
No.
Michael Jordan.
Well, he's not Michael Jordan.
He's never going to be Michael Jordan.
Yeah, he wins length. The greatest in terms of length he gets.
Well, other people will
the greatest in terms of length.
Yeah, to me it's like Jack Nicklaus, greatest in terms of length, but the most dominant for a period of time is Tiger Woods, and the same for Jordan.
Yeah, I don't know about the. I just see. First of all, I don't even like the comparison stuff. I know people are going to do it. The Jordan, the LeBron comparison. Pebble's just trying to discount LeBron already. But who's that? The weird guy that weird Nick guy. He hates that. He always picks LeBron for that Jordan LeBron argument. He's the weird guy. He's always talking crazy. I'm gonna remember who he is.
A sports announcer.
Yeah, sports announcer. He's not on
Charles
ESPN.
Oakley.
No, not Charles Oakley.
No, but he said he'd rather play with LeBron than Jordan.
Yeah, I know, but this is a guy who's like one of the talking heads on one of the networks. He's not an ESPN guy though. He's one of the other.
Okay, we'll think of it.
Yeah, I don't think of him, but he had a good little thing on like a reel on IG where he was talking about Jordan's career and trying to comparing it to LeBron's. And like I think the problem with people is they kind of look at their games like Jordan is like an assassin, dude. He's not like a facilitator and this. No, Jordan's coming to rip your head off.
LeBron's more like Magic.
Correct. LeBron is looking to pass. He's a facilitator more of. So they don't play the game the same way, and that's the problem with people who are trying to compare those two. They want to see if LeBron can be an assassin like Jordan. That's just not his game. But when you look at their numbers and what they've done and what their teams have done, I think it's a more interesting argument than many will give credit to.
Oh, he's classic of carrying teams to the finals that had no business being there and then just getting their butts kicked sometimes. I mean, Ben.
And Nick Wright is who you're saying.
Nick Wright.
Yeah. Thank you, Ezra from Portland, Washington, for
thank you, Ezra. Yeah, Nick Wright's arguments about like people only look at Jordan's 6 seasons when he won the title. They don't look at the rest of other seasons.
Right. He didn't win nothing until Scottie Pippen showed up.
Right.
Know that.
It was what? It took him 8 years to what?
No, till Pippen showed, till Jerry Krause.
What about the final season when Pippen was hurt for like almost all the season and then Jordan carried the team that year?
But he was there at the end.
Hold on, Pebble. Again, you're only looking at the seasons that he was in the finals.
Right, is the
you're
end.
Not looking at the other
and
seasons.
Without Jordan, Pippen took the team pretty close
Yeah, but then you got a little migraine and
whatever. I'm just saying that it's not as bad as people think it is. It's not as far as it's not he ain't never gonna pass him. It ain't gonna be he ain't never gonna pass him. That's I'm not buying that.
Let's have
argument.
a moment of silence for the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Why?
Because in the 2014 NBA draft, they had pick number 40.
40?
And they were sure when they took Glenn Robinson III that he was a hell of a pick. The Denver Nuggets had pick number 41 and took.
Oh, that hurts.
Nikola Jokic.
That hurts. Wait, there's a lot of other people. Don't just pinpoint Minnesota. There's a lot of other people that passed him up.
Yeah, but I just thought
name everybody in the second round who passed him up.
Cleveland with pick number 33.
Who'd they go
took
with?
Joe Harris. He's a decent player.
What? He's a good shooter, but he's been
but
hurt.
He's played 488 games.
Okay, compared to Jokic.
Let's go. Hold on.
Wait, no. When you talk about people, compare them to Jokic.
Jarnell Stokes, taken by Utah with pick 35, played in 28 games.
No need to compare that one. We already know.
All right.
Who's next?
Oh, you want to go 40?
I'm starting in the second round. Who
starting
they
in the second round.
Yep.
The Milwaukee Bucks with pick number 31 took Damian Inglis. Philly, pick 32, KJ McDaniels. Tell me if you've ever heard of Joe Harris, you've heard of.
Yeah. Anybody else we've heard of?
Pick 34, Cleanthony Early.
Yeah, Clear Anthony Early. Yep, I've heard of him.
Jarnell Stokes. Johnny O'Brien. DeAndre Daniels.
Ooh, terrible.
Spencer Dinwiddie.
Dinwiddie's very good. That's another good. He got passed up too by those people?
Yeah.
Dinwiddie's good. What number was Dinwiddie?
Dinwiddie was number 38.
Oh, man, these teams are blowing.
Jeremy Grant.
Another good one.
And then Glenn Robinson III.
Glenn Robinson III,
And the team that's mad is Atlanta because Jokic was gone. No, Houston, Jokic was gone. So they had to take Nick Johnson from Arizona. How would you feel like somebody that really wanted him?
I'll tell you, three of those guys are really good.
Yep.
Jeremy is good. Dinwiddie's good. And obviously, we know Jokic is phenomenal.
Wiggins was the first pick, then Parker, and
by the way,
Gordon.
The Bucks would be multiple-time champion had they picked
That's true.
either one of those guys.
Damian Inglis. Maybe we should get him on the show.
If they picked Jeremy Grant, that would have helped him. Even if they picked Jeremy Grant back then, that would have helped.
Yeah, he's played
Dinwiddie too.
Played in more games than Jokic.
If they would have picked Dinwiddie, they would have never had to mess around with what's his name from Phoenix, Bledsoe.
Yeah,
they would have probably won earlier.
They were all there.
Dinwiddie's still a beast right now.
Not a two-time MVP though.
Imagine if they had Jokic at the 5 and Giannis at the 4.
Oh,
sick.
Sick is the word. There you have it. Pick 41. Giannis amazing at pick 41. Not even close to as amazing as Jokic with pick number 41. Remember it because it was the 2014 draft. 1 and 4. You remember that.
What a bunch of misses.
And Denver's going to win their first ever title because of that.
You already got them winning
it? Yeah, it's over. They got it. Anybody doesn't believe me? Head to Ted's. I'll be there tomorrow at 9 a.m. Bring your money.
He's taking bets.
Taking
what
bets.
A shock. What a shock.
Next.
You're listening to Homer and Tony.
The Packers signing safety Jonathan Owens, who started 17 games for the Texans last season. Not only that, but he's also the husband of Olympic gold medalist Simone Biles.
Will he make the team?
If his wife has anything to say, yes.
I'll say he'll make the team, yes.
I say he makes the team.
Because of his wife.
No, not because of his wife.
Yes.
No.
I'm with Bevel. He's going to make it because of Discount Liquor Twitter poll. Bevel, will he make it because of his wife?
On 94.5 ESPN and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Backups continue along southbound 41 from Silver Spring all the way down past Capitol Drive, so heads up with that. Southbound 43, a couple pockets of heavy traffic right around Silver Spring and then into Capitol. Westbound 94 is going to be slowing down out of the Marquette, heading through the Stadium interchange. And we have our first indication of some pavement buckling on southbound Highway 57 right at Highway W. This is just before 43 and 57 merge near Port Washington there. The right lane is blocked, so you want to be extra careful as you're heading through that. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, mainly clear, a low of 51. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, windy and cool, a slight chance of showers, a high of 54. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings discount liquor. If it's a celebrate or tailgate, when you're gonna recreate upstate. If it's a holiday, birthday, any date, you can save at Discount Liquor.
Hi, this is Marie from Discount Liquor. It's time to stock up for your Memorial Day weekend celebrations. Whether you need a couple of cases, a cold half barrel, a great bottle of wine, your favorite craft beer, or hard-to-find liquor, you'll find it at Discount Liquor, all at the lowest prices in town. Visit us at 51st in Oklahoma and Milwaukee, and on Barstow in Maine in downtown Waukesha. Voted best liquor store in Milwaukee again. Have a happy and safe Memorial Day weekend from all of us at Discount Liquor.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings Discount Liquor.
Check out all of our weekly specials at discountliquorinc.com.
Over the past year, we've been hard at work improving our sales processes, expanding and remodeling our facilities, investing in new technology, and continuing our commitment to serve our customers, employees, and community. That's why at Boucher, when our customers leave the dealership, we hope we've made a customer for life. Whether you're in need of a new vehicle, are stopping in for routine maintenance, or are in need of collision work, we will be here to help. With 20 locations throughout southeastern Wisconsin and 30 brands, we've got thousands of new and used vehicles for you to choose from. Our dedicated employees have been named a 2022 top workplace for the past 11 years, and we always have been and will continue to be family-owned and operated. Proud to be your Wisconsin family dealership group since 1977. Visit us today at Boucher.com.
Life's better with an auto policy from American Family Insurance. No matter what dreams you're driving towards. That's because our expert agents will make you feel totally protected with the right auto coverage at the right price. You'll also save up to 23% when you bundle auto with home. American Family Insurance. Get a quote, find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
It's about that time of year when we realize we took a little too much time off our golf game. Oops.
Hey! 4! Mike, anyone who's ever golfed with you knows that swing is unfixable. But hey, we can fix windows.
Oh, and while we're at it, maybe we can build out a golf simulator in your rec room so you don't have that problem again next spring.
It's Mike and Michelle from PCI. Kitchens, baths, additions, and more. Visit PCI today. Online at professionalconstructioninc.com.
It's Homer and Tony on 94.5 ESPN.
Joe cracked the dawn,
Got it. I'm not sure. Is this rap? I'd say this is R&B.
Got to do with it.
I don't know.
This is hip hop. Sorry.
Well, is that rap and hip hop the same?
This is just the hook right here.
So rap and hip hop are different?
Yes, rap and hip hop are different.
Oh, okay. So we have R&B, hip hop.
I mean, they're in the same genre, but they're just a little different nuances. It's like, some countries like hardcore country, and then some countries not. It's kind of like a newer, different kind of country.
Okay.
Yeah.
1-800-990-3776.
You got smooth jazz. You got classic jazz.
Yeah, you're right. If you want to give credit to Mark Murphy, as I have, or you don't want to, you can go either way. 1-800-990-3776. We need to hear from Pebble, who is our hot prognosticator.
I'm giving credit to, I'm giving credit to? The rest of the owners for laying out and allowing him to get it. They get the credit.
Because
they decided to give it to him.
Right, but
by not applying.
Doesn't he get credit for them creating relationships that they like? All right. The Pebble, of course, nailed the fact that
the Lakers would lose both games against Denver. We now have an odd situation. Miami, having won 3 in a row, is at home. All right? At home, and they are favored by only 1.5. Makes no sense, right? If you're up 3-0 and you're playing at home, shouldn't you be favored by more than 1.5? Prize Picks, of course, has Taco Tuesdays, and they're helping you out with Bam Adebayo. Instead of 17.5 points, he only needs 14.5. Of course, that's only one of your 2 picks, so you'd have to get another one right. That's different from Pebble. Your thoughts on Miami only 1.5 favorite? I believe as a team at home, up 3-0, no team in the history of the NBA, other than injuries, has been this small a favorite.
Yeah, I don't understand why it's 1.5. I think Miami's going to smoke them tonight. I think they want to get done with this series. Yeah. They don't want to go back to Boston. Boston's down in the dumps. They're down 3-0.
They probably want to get out.
There's no way they can come back from this deficit. So I think it's over for them. I mean, they talked about it on ESPN National too about how they liked the previous
is it over this game
and,
though?
Oh yeah, I think it's over this game.
Yeah, this is number 4.
This is number 4. Yeah.
No, I'm just saying, is it over now or C's going to win a game?
That's what I'm asking.
No, I don't think they're.
We know it's over.
I think it's done tonight.
Sweeper.
Yep.
Wow.
I can't remember the last time. Yeah,
I was going to say, when's the last time it's been
both
East and West sweep?
I don't know if it ever has because there's going to be a week off before they play a game. The finals won't start until Tuesday.
No, Thursday.
A week from Thursday.
Yes. Hear all the games right here, 94.5 ESPN.
Who needs that time? That means Tyler Herro is going to come back.
Will that make him better or worse?
Don't know.
Yeah. Is he a very good defensive player?
Yeah. Is Duncan Robinson?
Is he replacing Is Robinson getting all his time?
I'm saying, I don't know. I think so. He's sucking up a lot of it. But
he is.
I'm just saying, is Duncan Robinson a good defender?
No, he's terrible.
Been out there a lot.
And he's done well.
They've been doing okay.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. People always want to act like, ooh, defense. You got to play defense. It's team defense. You don't really have to play individual defense that great.
No, he's fundamentally a scorer. But they weren't playing him. He'd hit the bank. He was done. He wasn't playing at all, and he wasn't going to play.
Right, because he wasn't doing enough to play.
Now
they had to injuries, so
and he's looking good.
He might go back to sitting down.
All right,
don't know.
Not suggesting, and of course, Prize Picks. I'm not suggesting you play because it's not free money. They're giving you a little something, but it's not. It's not a whole lot.
Something.
Yeah. Hey, we have now a veteran kicker available that is not named Mason Crosby. Brandon McManus, released by the Denver Broncos after 9 years. Very similar to Mason
Crosby. Did we
Crosby.
draft a kicker?
We did.
So why are you trying to get a kicker?
Well, because he's a first-year kicker, and maybe he isn't very good. And I think
why would you draft him if he's not very good?
He might take some time.
Anders Carlson was the guy, player they drafted.
But the McManus was scheduled
to the other Carlson.
Yes,
he's your brother.
Yep.
There you go.
McManus was scheduled to get $4 million against the cap. That's probably why they released him. But there's an option if the Packers want to go there.
So you want them to have multiple kickers on the team?
I want them to compete during training camp. Yes, I would have never taken a kicker. Not one of that caliber.
Because you're a kicker hater?
No, I'm a punter hater. I respect kickers.
Oh, you respect them.
Oh, without a doubt, because they make field goals.
Punters.
No, there's no need for it. They're both. They are both the same in that they are not football players.
Okay,
they are
neither
specialists.
Are
neither are football players. The extra point is a soccer player. The punter is more likely.
Is he a football player or a specialist?
A specialist as well. Oh. Mm-hmm. Generally,
not a football player,
no. A football player needs to block. They've changed the rules, so basically a long snapper does not have to block. They just have to snap the ball. But
is the quarterback blocking?
No, but a quarterback has things you need to do in football. Pass.
You just said you need to block.
Run. Well, no, a lineman is a blocker. Okay, this is one lineman that doesn't necessarily have to block.
People on defense don't block.
What? Well,
you got to change your criteria.
They're a blocker. The defensive lineman has to
change your criteria so it makes sense. Blocking is not it. You got to come up with something better.
Again, they're closer to a football player because they have a stance, but they've changed the rules so that you can't really.
You're talking about the long snapper now.
The long snapper, yes. He's more of a football player than the other
I'm never
two.
on board with your disrespect to these guys.
Not with
the
kicker, disrespect.
The punter.
I told you a kicker is
snapper,
kicker is
they have
important.
on helmets
They're
and
not
pads.
football players. Fine,
They're football
okay.
players.
So if the coach put on helmets and the pads, that would make him a
coach?
football player. Yes. So he's sitting on the sideline.
Coach is a coach.
Well, but if he puts on the football pads and helmet, then he's a football player. That was the standard that you just set, right? Pebble, did you hear that? Isn't that what
Yeah, but
determines?
he's actually on the field.
Oh, he's on the
game.
He's on the field. Oh, he has to
During
be on the
plays.
field playing the game
with a helmet and
Okay.
pads on. Yes, he's a football player.
So no, kickers
Coach
are
ain't going out there.
Kickers are important. That's why when they took, I suggested that they draft a kicker. Correct, Pebble, in the 7th round. I said the kicker from Michigan because he seemed to be special.
In the 3rd round.
Yes, he went in the 3rd round.
Oh wow!
So that's very
That's high
risky.
for a kicker.
Very risky, but you would have to be special.
How desperate are you if you need a kicker in the 3rd
Or
round?
you think
Who
that
picked
he
him?
is
Pebble.
New England? Or
49
no, San
49ers.
Francisco 49ers. Yeah, it's
What
a
happened to Robbie Gold?
old.
Released.
Old? He's
yes.
old?
Discrimination against old people is very. You don't mention it much.
It's very good,
but it's
very,
incredible.
It's very prominent in sports.
Yes, in life.
I don't know about life.
People, done. Past your prime. Could I be in my prime at 69?
Depends on what
Pebble,
your
do you
prime
think
is.
I could
Prime
be in
for
my
what?
prime at 69? As a sports talk show host, play-by-play
yeah.
guy.
At 69? Yeah, you can be in
Yeah,
your prime.
Okay, Pebble?
I think you're in your late prime.
you're over the hill, bro. You're on the way down.
That's fine. I accept that.
You're not in your prime.
I accept age discrimination. I accept
you're in your
and
prime
understand it.
of going to Vegas and getting old buffets and getting discounts at Denny's.
They
you're
don't,
in your prime there.
The ability to do that in Vegas is way more difficult than it used to be.
They don't have the buffets anymore?
They exist, but it's not the same. It's a different Vegas.
I thought they got rid of buffets after COVID. No?
They may have for a little bit. Now I think they're back.
They're back.
To make sure, though, when you go to Vegas, you want to go to the Jose Canseco car wash.
What?
Yes.
Why?
Because if you go in,
why would you have a car in Vegas?
You can have a rental car. Get your rental car washed.
You
just want to
no
go
one
to the
rents a
Jose
car in
Canseco.
Vegas.
Right. First of all, the neighborhood's
No one
different.
rents a car in Vegas.
It's different, and then you might be there when you can't because you can't pay for your gas at the pump. You got to go inside, and when you go in, you might see the guy there with a gun strapped to his leg. Yes. Jose Canseco car wash right there.
You've been to Vegas, right?
Yeah, I was there in
It's
April.
never been to the Jose Canseco
Do you rent a
car
car when
wash.
you go to Vegas?
No, I did not.
Yeah, I don't either.
Some people do.
My uncle lives there, so he
Yeah,
can
ask
he
him.
lives there.
Ask your uncle about the Jose Canseco car wash, and we'll get an update.
Wait, are
on
you
that.
saying Jose Canseco is there with the?
No, he was not there though. They still have a few things like Jose Canseco
Who's the guy with the
memorabilia.
gun?
The guy who you give your credit card to pay for the gas.
He's got a gun on
He
his
has a
leg?
gun like it's like yes.
Why?
Open carry, bro.
Because it's a tough.
it's a cash business.
It's a tough
Right.
part. It's a tough part of the city. I think. Not sure exactly, but
A lot of crackheads running around. What's going on? I don't know.
no. But it's just not the strip. It's people taking a bus and Jose Canseco's car wash. I don't think is doing real well. It looked like it had its days where it was a big deal, but I'm not sure.
PEDing it up.
Things have changed.
Riding high.
1-800-990-3776. Mark Murphy, call in one way or the other. He deserves attention. Next.
Full show podcasts, interviews, and special content is available right now at WisconsinOnDemand.com. This is Homer and Tony on 94.5 ESPN. For your sports talk fix every day from 4 to 6. It's Scalzo and Brust.
Even if you don't believe it yourself, it seems like the concern is far more that nobody wants to put their name on Jordan Love as opposed to I want to put belief in Jordan Love. So I'll be the first one. I believe in Jordan Love. I believe in Jordan Love in the 2023 NFL season.
Scalzo and Brust. Weekdays 4 to 6 on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Michelob Ultra. It's time for the Milwaukee Baseball Report on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by National Liquor Mart at 16th and National in Milwaukee. Packed with the best beer, liquor, seltzer, and spring deals in town. Open 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily, where your satisfaction is their plan of action.
After a series loss in St. Louis to start the week, things didn't get a whole heck of a lot better for the crew in Tampa over the weekend as they dropped 2 of 3 to the Rays. The silver lining, though, in Sunday's finale, the power of the lineup showed out, including this blast putting them up for good and salvaging the weekend.
2-0 pitch. Drive out to center. Back goes Margot at the track. Bye, baseball. Contreras with a 2-run shot. And the Brewers up by a pair.
With the win, the Brewers will enter the week still ahead of the Pittsburgh Pirates in the NL Central standings as they welcome in the Houston Astros for a 3-game set.
This has been the Milwaukee Baseball Report on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by National Liquor Mart.
Look at all this space I have on my desk. Finally, no more clutter.
I know, right? Plus, now I can actually see everyone and talk to them whenever I want.
Would you stop trying to ask people if there are more doors or wheels in the world?
Speaking of wheels, these chairs, woo!
I've never been more comfortable at work.
Coakley Brothers and Brothers Interiors, the official moving and furniture provider of GKB Milwaukee.
It's a bird bash at Potawatomi. Thursdays, you could win up to $50,000 cash in the Bird Bash Game Show. Just play with your club card this May for a chance to win. Wouldn't you like to kick off spring with some tweet cash? Bird Bash, only at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. More info at paysbig.com/birdbash. Must be 21 years old to play.
Live life to the fullest. You hear that all the time, but it's easier said than done when you're in pain. Hi, it's Tony Smith. QC Kinetics gives people all around Milwaukee back their quality of life by providing much-needed relief from chronic joint pain. And not just providing that relief, but doing it in the most non-invasive way possible using regenerative treatments from your body's own natural biologics. Where's your joint pain? In your knees, your hips, shoulders, or back? QC Kinetics concentrates these impactful treatments right at the source of your pain, directly applying healing properties where you need them most. No surgery, no downtime, no steroids or harmful drugs, and patients are raving about the results. What does living life to the fullest look like for you? Being able to exercise, walking your dog, enjoying time with your family? Whatever it is, don't wait one more day. Call QC Kinetics for your complimentary consultation. 414-285-3474. 414-285-3474. That's 414-285-3474. Call now. 414-285-3474.
Cousin Sub's Game Day giveaway is back. This is your chance to win a $400 Ticket King gift card to purchase tickets to an upcoming sporting event of your choice. Enter at cousinsubs.com/Game Day giveaway now through July 30th. One grand prize winner and 11 guests will enjoy a suite at the Friday, August 25th baseball game in Milwaukee. The grand prize includes game tickets, parking, food, and beverages. Enter at cousinsubs.com/Game Day giveaway. Cousin Subs, we believe in better.
You're listening to Homer and Tony on 94.5 ESPN. Missed any of the show? Find us on Wisconsin On Demand or wherever you get your podcasts. It's free, it's everywhere, and it's for you.
She got the brown eyes, caramel thighs, long hair.
I want more attention for Mark Murphy. The NFL Draft coming to Green Bay for the first time ever. We'll check the Discount Liquor Twitter poll questions. I say Packer President and CEO Mark Murphy deserves all the credit for bringing the NFL Draft to Green Bay. Agree or disagree? Tony disagrees. Jason Wilde disagreed because he said he didn't deserve all the credit. His assistant, second in command, did work. I think you get credit for that, too. But 63% agree that Murphy deserves all the credit. 37% disagree. That's what I do these for. I want to find out what people think. The NFL has said now that if a team fair catches inside, in play, not in the end zone, that it goes to the 25-yard line. Reinforcing the belief, to me, that they just want to eliminate it, but they're not ready to eliminate it yet. They still want it to be around once in a while. Do you think the NFL should get rid of kickoffs? And understand it's all because of injuries. The stats show the speed with which players go at each other is such that you get more concussions, more other injuries. Do you think the NFL should get rid of kickoffs? 70% say no, 30% say yes. I say yes, but that's because I think that's what they want to do. I was going to address it with Hall of Famer and Pebble about what would you have the NFL do now, given that they want to eliminate it, but not all of them. They still want to have just a few there. So maybe they've done
Make up your mind.
Maybe they've done the best they can.
Make up your mind. Just go one way or the other.
Well, we'll see. If this eliminates a certain percentage of kickoffs, then they'll probably continue to use it.
Yeah, they just want an occasional kickoff here and there?
Yes, exactly. Yes, they don't want to eliminate it. Every now and then you have, like the Packers have a great kickoff return guy. So they don't want to eliminate it, but they want, let's say there are 50 or however many there are. I think they would like to have half as many kickoffs as they have right now. So every once in a while you get one, and maybe some guy's amazing, and I'm surprised that teams just don't have a guy.
Why don't they just limit it to the start of the game and then the halftime?
The first one.
Yeah, just have those kickoffs. Otherwise, no kickoffs.
Again,
get 2 a game.
Worth considering. I'm amazed that teams don't have. They must not exist. I'd get a kicker who can just kill the ball. All right, so that the kickoff is never returned, and we don't even have to really run down the field.
Most of them are already touchbacks.
I don't know what percentage is.
A lot of them are.
I bet it's
a lot of touchbacks.
What's the touchback? 40%? Pebble, can you look that up? But no, I would think
they should just another way. I would say, first of all, I just say you can really limit them by just saying. First of all, I would just say just do away with them. No kickoffs.
Okay,
right. Then the next level, I would say you can just go to beginning of the game. Obviously, the traditional kickoff. Coming out at halftime, so that way each team has to kick off at least once.
Or I would have the team receiving gets the chance, right? You could say you can.
No, I'm saying that way the beginning of the game and then halftime, that ensures that each team will have to kick off once.
Correct.
Least.
Yeah.
Right. Then the other thing I was going to say
but
is,
the problem is to me
now
when you
make it like you said, if you have a kicker who's got a big leg, if it goes into the end zone at all, you cannot return it.
Right.
Just say it has to land outside the end zone for you to be able to return it.
Okay. Yeah, that'd be the next way. Good.
Right.
Yeah, add that.
So
now we're down
when you
to
have kickers who are kicking it off, they can get rid of it.
Right.
Altogether.
Now, that would eliminate all of them.
I think they should.
Well, no, I would do that if I can get one kicker. I get one person on my roster, right? And it eliminates all the need for all these special teams people on kickoffs.
Right, but it's for injuries.
Correct, it is.
That's why they're stopping it.
That's why they're stopping it.
So then if it's for injuries, then stop it.
Or
why are you jacking around?
No, you just answered it. Limit it. You want to have it as part of the game, but limit it.
Limit it, yeah.
The beginning of the game.
But why do you want to have it as part of the game if it's
people like it? It's exciting because it's an exciting part of the game.
Returning the kick
again.
Not exciting then.
Yes. Yeah. Right. You're right. They're to the point where they might as well eliminate it.
One at the beginning of the game, one at a half that you have to return.
Correct. Oh, you have to return.
Well, yeah. If you want to see one, if you have to have one.
What if they kick it deep in the end zone? You still have to return it?
Or they kick it out? I don't know.
Move it back
so they can't reach it.
We should be the committee. They're going through all this stuff.
They got to make up their mind is the biggest thing.
One thing we don't have to make up our mind on. Close, please.
I don't have to do nothing but stay black and die. White people.
I will bet anybody.
I can't do it. We'll do it live. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. Thing sucks.
Backups continue along southbound 41 from Silver Spring all the way down past Capitol Drive, so heads up with that. Southbound 43, a couple pockets